Man, y'all stop playing with Syracuse. Stop playing with Syracuse, man. Shout out to them Orangemen, man. Shout out to Coach Brown with his second win over a top 25 school. They completed the win last night against UNLV with a big game-sealing, game-winning touchdown from none other than LaQuint Allen, number one. A guy that I really wish they would hand the ball to more. Him and number 23. I mean, they got some. Him and Willis are some good backs, man. Y'all got a good backfield, but won't use them. But like I said, man, shout out to Syracuse, second win over a top 25 school. Last time, y'all remember they beat Georgia Tech 31-28. And they took that crushing loss to Stanford. But, man, if we can ride this season out strong, man, it's still going to look good for us. We still got a chance to win the ACC if we can get this running game together. Win over UNLV. I mean, this was a crazy game last night, exciting game. If you sat up and watched it last night, if you didn't watch it, you missed a good one. It was a really, really good game. A couple penalties almost kind of cost them at the end, but penalties kind of hurt them and helped them. Syracuse last night, but man, Kyle McCord, Kyle McPick, Kyle McPorter, Kyle McNugget, whatever you want to call him. The man threw the ball over 60 times. He threw the ball 63 times with only 355 yards, averaging 5 yards a pass. And that one interception he had was crucial, almost cost him the game. But the turning point in the game, really, Syracuse was riding them out. Syracuse was about to put that pound town on them, but they got a block punt. That block punt that UNLV got against Syracuse really turned the whole game around, and that's the reason they end up in overtime, because that momentum shift was crazy, man. Once they got that block punt, UNLV really came out and started putting it on Syracuse a little bit, and they to end up tying the game up or whatever, went into overtime. But like I said, Syracuse was still able to pull it out. Now, can they win the ACC? Can Syracuse win the ACC? This is still up for grabs. The strongest team in that league, of course, is Miami. It looks good for Syracuse right now. It really looks good. If you're a Syracuse fan out there, man, you should be proud of you guys, man. Straight up, even though that game was, it was a couple of penalties in there that helped y'all out. But you still had to push that out and finish. You had to finish strong. Like I said, UNLV didn't want to lose at home, and especially being ranked. Just now getting into the ranked field. I believe this was their first week being ranked. I don't think UNLV has ever been ranked. So this was a big win for Coach Brown, man. Shout out to Coach Brown, man. Like I said, this is his first year. Already got 2 wins over a top 25 school. This is if they can win more games, win some more top games, and get down and put up a good game against Miami and possibly beat Miami, I wouldn't be surprised if you see Coach Brown be up for that Coach of the Year candidate too. Because right now, you got Prime, you got Coach Brown, you got a lot of coaches out here that's doing what they got to do. Coach DeBoer out of Alabama, they doing their thing. It's a Coach of the Year could, Now, Coach of the Year for Coach DeBoer, that's cool, but like that's Alabama. That's not one of these schools that's on the up and coming. Bama been that. So I really wouldn't lean more toward DeBoer, but he is new there. He's trying to, hold that program together. But these coaches, like Coach Brown, your Coach Loxley's and your coach, your black head coaches of college football, they all in these low end schools trying to bring them up. Except for the Notre Dames and the Penn States, but Syracuse, you ain't never known Syracuse to play no football. They are a basketball school, known for basketball. If you think of Syracuse, you think of Carmelo Anthony. You don't think of nobody from football. So this right here is huge for Coach Brown. He's pretty much turned his school into a football team, a football school overnight. You got to come with it. Syracuse on your schedule, you look down the list, you see Syracuse, you know it's going to be a game. Now that Stanford game, I really truly believe that Kyle McCord cost that game. He threw 2 interceptions in that game, 2 crucial interceptions. That's why I feel like that he is the only issue that they have, and that pass defense. They really need some better corners, of course. Or they need a new safety, of course. But the front guys good. The linebackers are okay. They got a good running back room. Man, I mean, Syracuse looking good. They looking on the up and up. They not winning these games for no reason. Y'all stop playing with Syracuse, man. But as far as Kyle McCord, hey, if you're a fan of him, all his family members like that, he's a good quarterback. But he got to stop making these silly mistakes, man. You gotta be sharper. Kyle McCord need to be sharper. That's it. Just be sharper, man. You got weapons around you. Don't panic. It's a good team. Be sharp, dog. Be sharp. And I think this wave is shocking a lot of them and surprising a lot of them. And they just trying to keep it going, man. Because nobody's seen Syracuse doing this. Nobody expected this. But look at them. Shout out to Coach Brown, man. Shout out to this big win over UNLV, man. Y'all stop playing with Syracuse, man. Like I said, when you got Kyle McCord throwing the ball 63 times, but y'all look like y'all pulling from Coach Prime playbook. Look like you're pulling from Ole Miss playbook. These pass heavy. But I don't care what team you are, who you are. You cannot throw the ball over 60 times, 50 times, and expect to really win in some big games. Now, if you playing against a playoff type team, there's no way you're going to throw the ball 60 times. You have to control the game. You have to control the clock with the running the ball. Running the ball, to me, running the ball is the number one most important thing on offense. You have to establish the pound town. You have to put it down their motherfucking throat. You got to stuff it up the middle. You got to. You got to run it up in their ass. You got to. Look, all y'all pausing and pause. Look. Got to, Syracuse. You got to put that ooey dooey on them. You got to give them that ooshkosh wooshkosh. You know what Orlando? Give them that ooshkosh wooshkosh. That's their run game. When I can get his ball to you and go right head up with your ass and get 5-6 yards of carry, 10 yards, then bust it open for a 20-yarder, 30-yarder. Straight up, these running backs, Allen needs the ball more. Willis, they need the ball more. So if Syracuse can get that running game together, I definitely see them as a threat in the ACC already. And this is great for recruiting because he didn't already beat two top 25 schools. This is great for recruiting. Who don't want to come to a winning Who don't want to come to an up-and-coming winning program? So shout out to Syracuse, man. Y'all stop playing with them Orangemen, man. Looking forward to them. Keep going. Keep grinding. It's going to be a tough fight for this ACC. We done moved Florida State out the way. Now it's up for grabs with Syracuse and Miami. Straight up. Even though I like Cam Ward, I want to see him shine, do his thing. But I would really love to see Coach Brown win the ACC in his first year. Come on. Y'all imagine how crazy it'd be if Coach Brown win the ACC and then Coach Prime win the Big 12 and then Coach Moore win the Big 10. You see what, man? Boy, I'm gonna be lit, boy. We out here. Now we just need the SEC to stop bullshitting and hire some black coaches. Sean G, man, y'all get up out of here, man.